Grey's Anatomy Season 22, Episode 6 script. When I crash, chaos, heartbreak, and new beginnings. Imagine this. A city bus careens off a bridge in the dead of night, plunging into chaos. Dozens injured, lives hanging by a thread, and Grey Sloan's doctors racing against the clock. But wait, amid the blood and sirens, one doctor's about to bring new life into the world. Buckle up, Grey's fans. This is Season 22, Episode 6, and it's about to hit like a freight train fade to host in a cozy setup with Grey's memorabilia. Stethoscope on the desk, episode poster behind. Music softens the tense, pulsing beats. Speak with warm excitement, like spilling tea with a best friend. Hey, everyone, welcome back to your channel name, where we dissect every heartbeat of Grey's Anatomy. I'm your name, your resident superfan and spoiler whisperer. Today, we're diving into Season 22, Episode 6, When I Crash. If you've been riding this emotional roller coaster since the premiere's devastating explosion that took Monica Beltran and nearly claimed Link, you know things are still raw at Grey Sloan. This season's all about rebuilding, grieving losses, mending fractures, and throwing in some classic Shonda-level drama. We'll break down the key plot beats without ruining the magic if you haven't watched yet, touch on those juicy character arcs, and hit you with the latest buzz. No fluff, just the good stuff, because who has time for that when Meredith's voiceover is calling? Let's scrub in. First up, the elephant, or should I say, the bus in the room. That catastrophic crash flooding Grey Sloan with patients. Picture this. Twisted metal, shattered glass, and a trauma bay that's pure pandemonium. Our docs are triaging like pros, but it's not just about the surgeries. It's about the human toll. Think back to those early season ferry disasters. This feels like a nod to Grey's roots, forcing everyone to confront how fragile saving lives really is. We're talking high stakes or action where one wrong call could echo through the whole team. Key arc here? The interns, Jules, Blue, Simone, they're stepping up post-Beltran's death, proving they're not just sidekicks anymore. Jules, especially, is carrying that weight from Premiere, her hands still shaking from losing her mentor mid-surgery. It's raw, it's real, and it's got me rooting for her breakout moment. Second beat. Jo and Link's baby saga explodes, literally. Her water broke in Episode 5, and now, full-on labor in the middle of this madness. These two have been through hell, Link's explosion injuries, their blended family dreams, and Episode 5's baptism blow-up had them clashing hard over faith and future. But here's the heart. This delivery isn't just medical. It's their redemption arc. Jo, the fierce survivor who's buried so much trauma, finally gets to create instead of just endure. Link's right there, cracking jokes through the pain, being that steady rock. Spoiler tease, expect tears, not just from contractions. Their twins are coming, and it ties straight into the season's theme of new beginnings amid the wreckage. And third, the grown-up drama that's got my pulse racing. Teddy and Owen's awkward run-in, plus Richard pushing Bailey's last nerve. Owen and Teddy? Honey, the tension's thicker than Seattle fog. After everything, his PTSD, her secrets, that awkward encounter screams unresolved feelings exploding like a bad suture. Is it flirtation, forgiveness, or fresh heartbreak? Meanwhile, Richard and Bailey, Chief versus Chief energy, is peak Grey's. He's testing her patience with some bold move, probably meddling in her residency program or dropping wisdom bombs she doesn't want. Their arc this season? It's about legacy. Bailey's building an empire. Richard's fighting to stay relevant post-explosion. These vets remind us why we love this show. Not every story is about scalpels. Some are about the scars we can't see. Grey's Anatomy's 22E6 deep dive recap and reaction script. When I crash, full spoiler breakdown. Cold open, black screen. Heart monitor flatlines. Smash cut to Jo screaming in labor. Link yelling for help. Jules covered in blood. Voiceover drops in, raw and breathless. Last week, Jo's water broke. This week, everything breaks. Welcome to the episode that just wrecked us. Season 22, Episode 6. When I crash. If you haven't watched, pause now. Spoilers ahead. Let's go. Yo, it's your name. And I just watched Episode 6 twice because what even was that? I'm still processing. We knew the bus crash was coming after last week's teaser, but nothing prepared us for how personal this one got. Monica's death still looms, Link still healing, and now, Gray Sloan is a war zone. This is your full spoiler recap, reaction, and character arc breakdown. Tight, emotional, no fluff. Let's scrub in. On screen, time-stamp clips, slow-mo reactions, bullet point overlays. Voice, passionate, pausing for impact, like live tweeting the episode. Key point 1. The crash, not just trauma. Clip, bus skids, flips, plunges into ravine. Sirens, chaos. Opening scene, no dialogue, just rain, screams, and Bailey's voice cutting through. We are not losing another one tonight. 42 patients. 6 critical. The ER looks like a battlefield. And the twist? 1 victim. A pregnant teen mirrors Joe's situation. Jules triages her first. Hands shaking. Flashback to Monica dying in her arms. She freezes. Blue steps in. That's growth. But the teen code's on the table. Jules performs her first solo chest crack. She saves her and collapses in tears. That's the intern arc we've been waiting for since season 19. Key point 2, Joe and Link birth in the eye of the storm. Clip, Joe in active labor, strapped to a gurney in a hallway because no delivery room. Link holding her hand, blood on his scrubs from a crash victim. Joe's pushing in a supply closet because every oar is full. Link's coaching her through contractions while stitching a laceration on a crash survivor with his other hand. Iconic. But then, complication. Baby A's breach. Baby B's heart rate drops. They wheel her into the trauma bay mid-push. Meredith narrates. Sometimes a miracle and a tragedy share the same heartbeat. Joe delivers twin A, healthy girl. Twin B, shoulder dystocia. 30 seconds of silence. Then, cry. Both babies out. Both alive. Joe sobs. We did it. Link kisses her forehead. I'm not crying, you're crying. Clip. Teddy and Owen in the stairwell. Close. Too close. Teddy finds Owen in the on-call room, exhausted. She brings him coffee. He says, I thought I'd lost you too. She replies, You never had me to lose. Ouch! But then she kisses him. Hard. Door slams. We don't see more. Cut to Bailey walking in on Richard, rewriting her residency curriculum. She snaps. This isn't your hospital anymore. He fires back. Then why am I still saving it? Mic drop. These 2 storylines? They're not side plots. They're the soul of season 22, grief control, and what it means to let go. Next episode? Fallout. Jules gets a formal commendation, but freezes again in Sim Lab. PTSD incoming. Joe and Link name the twins. Luna, after the moon landing Link's pick, and Scout, Joe's tribute to her brother. But one baby has a heart murmur. Teddy and Owen avoid each other all episode. Bailey demotes Richard to attending only. And a new patient? The bus driver. He wasn't drunk. He had a stroke. And he's Meredith's old patient from season. So, what can you brace for in When I Crash? High-octane medical mayhem from the bus pileup. Think multi-victim cases that force wild team-ups, like Simone and Blue racing against sepsis or an intern's first solo call. Joe's delivery? It's not smooth sailing. Whispers say complications tie into the crash, blending personal stakes with hospital heroics. And those interpersonal bombs? Teddy and Owen might crack open old wounds or spark something new, while Bailey could finally snap at Richard in a way that redefines their mentorship. Overall, expect Gray's magic. Laughs in the chaos, gut punch reveals, and that signature blend of hope and havoc. Airs November 13th on ABC. Don't miss it, or you'll be Googling spoilers like the rest of us. Newsflash. With Ellen Pompeo narrating more this season, and rumors of guest spots heating up, Season 22's proving it's not slowing down at 450-plus episodes for you. That's your tight-packed preview of Episode 6. Grey's Anatomy never fails to wreck us in the best way. So, tell me in the comments, will Joe and Link's babies make it through the storm? Team Teddy Owen reconciliation or nah? Drop your theories. Smash that like if your team bus crash survival. And subscribe for next week's full recap. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there, and remember, in Gray Sloan, the only crash you can't recover from is missing an episode. See you soon. Point 1. The bus plunge floods, think season 2 fairy vibes, but wetter, bloodier. Interns Jules and Simone get their first mass casualty baptism. One wrong triage, game over. Point 2. Joe's water broke last week. Now she's delivering twins while trauma rolls in. Link's by her side, but a complication ties her case to crash. Life and death, same hallway. Point 3. Teddy and Owen? That awkward encounter is code for Spark. Bailey versus Richard? Chief clash incoming, legacy on the line. One bus, dozens broken, and a baby demanding to be born in the